So they're heading over there for about a week, in a couple of weeks' time. So they're busily preparing for that. So
they still play their little mini round robins, or
no? So yeah, what they did this year was, instead of having
line drive from Cannon into left field, gets it going for the Bite here. Good solid hit, and the Bite have the lead off on.
Yeah, instead of having, I think, 4 or 5 weekend series like what we do, I reckon it worked out cheaper to consolidate it. As we see Chris Adamson come into bat.
Chris the Tank.
The Tank. So, yeah, so it's a slightly different format. Oh, and he quickly rips one up the middle. And the Bite have a runners at first and second with none out.
And the Tank has certainly continued his good form this season from last season, when he really had his opportunity to shine for the Bite last year and led the way as #1 catcher.
Left fielder Jeremy Creswell.
And won the MVP. He was quite shocked that night.
Oh, really? And a bunt from Creswell, that's fair. And he moves the runners up. Perfect job there by Creswell. Bunt down the first base line. And catcher had no option. Both runners ran it well. Cannon especially, the lead runner. Saw it down early, and catcher only had to play it first. They'll take that out. So the Bite here threatening back to the top of the lineup. Brock Hebert. And it's on second and third.
Well, here we go. A bit of action from the boys. Hebert, a good contact hitter here. He pulled the infield in. He'll be looking to hit a ball hard on the ground through the infield.
Or looking for a ball up and pop it out in the outfield.
I hope he hits a bomb, because I've actually pulled his number out, and that means I'll win the $9 today.
Hard ground ball to shortstop. The runner holds at third, and there's an easy out. He's disappointed with that. There's a pitch on the outside half, and he dragged around. And pitcher does his job. Gets a ground ball, 2 out. And up to the plate is Joe Sclafani, who, like you said, Darren, started the season on fire and just tapered off a little. Could say he's due.
He's due to clutch up for us here. I'm going to call a double in the right field gap. Scores 2.
Okay, there's the call. And that ball's inside, low and in. Ball 1. Very important here, the Bite score, I think, to maintain their ascendancy. And there's another ball. Being careful here with Sclafani.
They should be careful with being careful, because they got Welshie, who's swinging a hot bat right now in the on-deck circle.
He is swinging a hot bat. Yeah, he's straight back into his rhythm, Welch. First at-bats last Sunday.
Last weekend. Like, he had a double-header.
Double-header,
yeah.
So plenty of at-bats.
You could see him make adjustments and start to hit the ball hard by the end of that day.
Yeah, it just took him that first game, 3 Ks in the first game, and then he was good as gold in the second. And there's a long ball from Sclafani. Centre right gap, but it's tracked down. You're all over that, Fiji. But takes the catch. And did we finish on the softball subject?
No, well, so So she's been doing the Stars, and she has quite a young team over the last few years, which obviously they get older. So they've improved in many of the KPIs that she's set for them.
Yep.
Not necessarily it doesn't always show on the scoreboard, but they're certainly growing as a team. But they're much strengthened now. They've got a catcher, Belinda White.
Yep.
And a pitcher, Vanessa Stokes, who are both representatives of the Australian team. Vanessa and Belinda were away in the middle of the year with, I think, the Canada Cup and then the World Cup. And Vanessa ended up being the pitcher of the tournament, one of the best pitchers in the world right now. So, as in baseball, if you get good pitching, you can win a lot more games. So
they've taken a few years to build something, and now they've added a couple of quality players, and they're getting pretty competitive.
Yeah,
it's great work from Annie, and you guys do an amazing job juggling your kids and family and work. And anyway, it looks like we're going to have a change of pitcher here for the bite. Min Si Chen. And
so right-handed
what's he
pitcher.
got?
Yeah, he's got a good fastball, slider, and a nice little change. He comes pretty much over the top, but probably I think he goes low 90s.
Yep. Bit of movement on the fastball.
Yeah, a lot of movement. Both of these Asian fellas have got a lot of movement on their ball.
Now pitching for the
And
number 17.
what about
Chen.
Knee? What does he throw?
He throws everything. He's got sliders and curves and split fingers and change-ups.
He's been to the bigs.
He's been in the bigs. Yep. I'm not sure how long, but a
couple of years, I think, but it was a long time ago.
He has that poise about him and the control, and you just know, you can just see him work the hitters. Last night he got us out of a little jam, kept the score at 2-0.
So Chen squares up to the dangerous Brad Dutton, and he likes to look at the first pitch. It's a fastball on the outside half, a little bit up.
He doesn't always swing at the first pitch. A lot of times watches it later in the game, gets a bit more aggressive.
And how did you find Holloway Field when you went up to Brisbane?
Well, that's where my career started. That's where I played my only state tournament, and it was under 18s. And Watsy reminded me that I hit the first home run of the tournament. He must have been smarting a little bit.
And there's a base hit. Nice piece of hitting from Dutton. And Brisbane get the lead off on here, and they still trail by 1, but that's the start they wanted here.
But the Holloway Field, it looks magnificent. They've put a little bit of money into it, and it's a nice little backdrop there. The stadium's all painted up and padding everywhere. Yeah, it really looks nice.
Yeah, it's great to hear baseball was back there, and I can't wait to see it up there.
Yeah, the RNA Showgrounds, historically we played against the Bandits there, but Holloway Field's a real field, and you can't beat that.
Can't beat it. Atmosphere, everything.
Yeah. And fruit bats.
Didn't get bitten?
No.
Did they take a liking to anyone? Not Richard Olsen.
He's a magical creature, a unicorn. All right, I think I might have to get going, boys.
Fools him on that pitch. Well, thanks for joining us, Darren Fidge. It's been a pleasure as always, and good luck. You better get loose for tomorrow night, I think.
Yeah, well, I have enjoyed it up here, and especially the beautiful, healthy sushi you guys are eating, and salads galore. I wish we could turn a camera around and see what these guys have got going on here. But I can see a life after baseball up here if this is what we got going on.
Yes, and you can see the pounds.
Oh,
growing. Nice pitch.
Good night and go bite.
Strikes him out. Thanks, Darren.
No worries.
Good pitch there by Chen. Good bit of heat.
Now batting for Brisbane, first baseman Ryan Battaglia.
Thanks, mate. So, one out here. Dutton on first.
Always good to have a chat with fellow that we
Always very informative, Fiji.
always informative.
Ryan Battaglia at the plate. He's 2 for tonight. And he's a dangerous hitter. Chen looking strong though.
Yeah,
Misses
another
inside.
very tall right-hander. Shout out to Beachy there in beautiful downtown Victoria. Hope you're doing all right, fella.
Holler to Beachy.
Holler for a Marshall, everyone. Great Marshall batteries man, so there's only one choice, is Chen.
Strikes out Battaglia. Great slider there. He check swung. I think he checked in time, but it's right on the black.
Designated hitter, Justin
Tough pitch.
O'Connor.
Battaglia not happy, but tip your hat to Chen there. Strike out. And Justin O'Connor up. Now for the Bandits. Takes a swing and a miss at that first pitch.
I've got to say, I really like the way that Brooks handling his staff, with not letting anyone get too ahead of themselves. Obviously some set plans to go strong for 5 or 6. Maybe not that sort of strict, but certainly seem like they've got a bit of a plan. And as last night, they sort of rolled the pitches through and got the job done, and here they are again in the top of the 6th. So the starter went 5, and Chen getting some good work in.
Yeah, I think that rotation's been very evident since the Dodger pitching guy's been out here, and they certainly know their role and what they're doing each night, and it's really working well for the bite.
So from the set, Chen strikes him out, just blows him away. 137 km/h fastball, nicely located across the letters, and he says goodbye to O'Connor, and that retires the Bandits. As we complete the top of the 6th, we'll have a short break. See you back here in a sec.